Right now, at 6, residents with disabilities isolated by an elevator, broken for years.
I've seen people in wheelchairs have to be literally carried.
And they say the property owners won't help.
Plus, road crews get ready to deal with slick conditions if we see snow in the city.
So we prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Then meet the single mom facing eviction who reflects a growing statewide crisis.
My biggest fear is that we're obviously going to become completely homeless.
And the potential price tag for the Super Bowl winning Seahawks as the team officially goes up for sale.
It's a huge day in the business of the NFL because this just doesn't happen very often.
Good evening. At first at 6, a KGW weather impact alert tracking the potential for snow across parts of the Northwest. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko.
And I'm Christine Pitta-Wanders. Let's get right to team coverage with Catherine Cook live in Washington County as the snow begins to fall at higher elevations.
But first to Chief Meteorologist Matt Zafino. Matt, it sounds like elevation is the deciding factor here.
Absolutely, David. It is. We're going to see sticking snow if you get just a bit of elevation below about 500 feet down to sea level. Chances are very low that we get any appreciable sticking snow. So the weather impact alert continues into tomorrow morning. Again, above 500 feet, as much as 2 inches of snow, quite possible. Slick roads are possible in the West Hills even tomorrow morning and later on tonight because those elevations are above 500 feet. The Oregon Zoo, for example, is right around 600 feet. So from there up, pretty good chance we get some sticking snow. In fact, this is the zoo right now. That is snow falling out at the Oregon Zoo at 600 feet, coming down pretty good. Still just 37 degrees, but with the snowfall, the temperature will be dropping. Meanwhile, at Astoria, you see some snow on the ground there. Hard to see anything else in the air. 36 degrees at Astoria. In fact, they're getting some breaks in the clouds in between the showers, which is how this will go. So check out Doppler radar to the west along the coast range. And certainly in the coast range, we are getting snow. That snow level is low, and it's going to stay low. But the valleys still mainly rain. However, this is new. Watch this. This is right along the top of the West Hills, the border between Multnomah and Washington counties. And we're now seeing snow there. We didn't see that half an hour ago. So that's extending down from the Coast Range Mountains, which, the West Hills is basically an extension of that. And again, areas above 500 feet, we're beginning to see snow, and we expected that, and that's going to continue. So no sticking snow below 500 feet, but above 500 feet, by the time it's all said and done, may end up with a couple of inches there. And then up in, say, Columbia County or over into Southwest Washington, we could see even more than 2 inches of snow above 500 feet. So it's very elevation dependent. We'll continue to track this storm through the evening. Guys?
Yeah, appreciate you keeping us updated. Thank you, Matt. Well, travel over the Coast Range has already been pretty tricky today. This was Highway 6 this morning near Tillamook, where a semi overturned.
Catherine Cook's live near Highway 6, closer to Banks. Catherine, I know your signal's a little bit touch and go, but walk us through it. How's it looking right now?
Yeah. All right, stay with us, guys. We hope this lasts. So a little visual example, first of all. I've been standing out here for about 5 minutes, and that's the accumulation that we have collected here off Highway 6. We are between Gales Creek and Glenwood, and the snow is coming down at a clip right now. My unscientific measurements, about a half an inch in about 15 minutes. But it is beautiful. It is calm. Any vehicles we've seen coming down here on Highway 6 have been doing what they need to be doing, that is putting on chains. And really, no matter where you are in the Portland metro area, that's going to be what we're looking at tonight. Let's take a little bit of video now. You can see the road crews with ODOT are preparing for, while hoping for the best and telling drivers to do the same. They say as of right now, crews not working 24/7, but they'll shift into high gear if things get worse. They're already keeping a close eye on the Coast Range, as we mentioned earlier, but they say it's hard to pin down any other spots we might be seeing later.
When we get a forecast regarding snow, we know it can never be certain. How much, where, how long it will stay, whether it'll even stick. At the lower elevations, I would be really, really cautious the next few days, because when you have those temperatures hovering so close to freezing, you could go around a corner into a shady spot and find ice.
Right, back live in Washington County. Want to let you know that our friends over are also preparing for anything we might face tonight. Their trucks are geared up with salt and any slick spots that might come our way. Back to you guys.
Okay, some audio and video issues there, but we got the gist. Loved.
We definitely did. Maybe the
seeing all that
cold weather
snow,
taking its toll. She said a half an inch unscientifically
Yes,
already.
who knows?
Keeping an eye on it. All right.
And as the snow begins to fall, of course, we want to see what it looks like where you are. You can text photos with your name and where you live to the number on your screen. That is 503-226-5088. And a quick reminder, never put yourself in harm's way for a photo op.
Great reminder there. Well, developing tonight, the Seattle Seahawks are now officially on the market just a week after their Super Bowl victory.
Yeah, John Adams is here now to walk us through all of it. Hey, John.
Hey, well, of course, this has been something that's been rumored for a number of weeks, but it is official today. According to the team's website, the estate of Paul Allen has listed the team for sale, and that sale process is starting now. Now the big question is, how much could the team be selling for? According to Sportico, the Seahawks are valued at roughly $6.6 billion. That's the 14th most valuable in the NFL. But experts say the sale price could ultimately go much higher in the bidding process, most likely making it the largest purchase price for an NFL franchise to date. Ben Fisher with the Sports Business Journal believes the Seahawks could sell for $8 billion or more, and their status of Super Bowl champs making this a unique opportunity.
Teams that tend to sell historically have been closer to the worst team in the league than the best team in the league. This isn't a fixer-upper.
Now, this is the second team for sale from the Paul Allen Trust in the past year. It's already in the process of closing a deal to sell the Portland Trail Blazers. As for the Seahawks, Fisher tells me the NFL will likely push for a new owner to be in place before the start of next season. Guys?
Yeah, I'm sure this will not be the last that we hear of this. Okay, thank you, John.
Let's get to tonight's headlines and yet another report of sexual harassment at a bus stop near Portland Community College. College Public Safety sending out a message this afternoon about an incident at a bus stop at 82nd and Division, another one next to the Southeast campus. College leaders believe they have identified the man accused of stalking and harassing students 4 times over the last month. So far, it appears none of the victims have filed police reports. Officials say the person in question had already been banned from all campuses.
Oregon Senate Republicans blocked action today on a bill over the controversial transportation tax. The Republicans boycotted an afternoon floor session, halting all work. The Democrats want to put the transportation tax to a statewide vote on the May ballot instead of the November one. Republicans have voiced their outrage over this. In a statement, Senate Republican leader Bruce Starr told KGW, quote, Senate Republicans paused the process so there could be more meaningful discussions between the majority and the minority. Republicans have walked out before. The last time was in 2023. At this point, it's unclear what exactly will happen next, but we do know that lawmakers with 10 or more unexcused absences are not eligible for re-election.
The historic Columbia River Highway is set to partially shut down on weekdays and for the next 3 weeks. So from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. starting Monday, ODOT crews will be removing hazardous trees and loose rock between Larch Mountain Road and Vista House. December storms triggered landslides, and while temporary repairs allowed it to reopen, there is still a lot of cleanup to be done.